Making your way in the world today takes everything you've got. Taking a break from all your work.
What is up, everybody? Welcome to episode 10 of the Go for 222 podcast. I'm the commish. I apologize last week. I just didn't have it in me to produce another episode as my team, the New York Jets, just completely pummeled my enthusiasm. And that's actually the theme of this week's episode. It's called the AFC East Pity Party. We're going to have some guests on today to talk about three of the teams in the AFC East that are just awful. We're talking about my Jets. We're talking about the Bills. And it gives me a little twinkle in my eye, the Patriots. And in our league, our diverse league, we have diehard fans of all of these teams. And I think the key phrase is actually going to be die hard this season. So without any further ado, let's do a recap of last week around the league. And things, like I always say, they're heating up. That is true again for this week. Let me present my screen. Okay. So I need to give Devin a lot of credit. Devin has snuck all the way up in the league. He is actually number 3 right now. He is ascended with just 2 straight wins and piling on the points. Devin is a dark horse to take this league by storm. So well done, Devin. Kick my ass. In a really close matchup, G and the Gabagools, who has my vote along with the Pax Mafia, but has my vote for Rookie of the Year, by the way. The Gabagools, 129 and 120. It really came down to the performance of Trevor Lawrence. What happened to him? I know there was a trade that went on today. Trevor Lawrence traded, or Uncle Joe, I think, got Tua Tagovailoa. So maybe a change at quarterback position for Uncle Joe's team. But back to the matchups. We saw this week Shitters Full Mike Fasano, first place, playing like a stud, wins the pub sub again this week, annihilates the Gavones 172 to 129. He is just on fire in an absolute unbelievable matchup. Zach versus Nickel. Look at that differential, 151.76 to 151.52. Zach came out on the short end of the stick of this one. Still an incredible match, like back and forth. That's really like a kneel down. Like you probably lost by a kneel down. And in an unfortunate battle of the now reunited Bill and Sil, the Boucher team, who has been making a lot of changes to his strategy. He's made a lot of changes to the way he plays the game, and it's reaping the benefits. Uncle Mike pulls out the win over the Pax Mafia. Let's take a look at the league. So 1 and 2, Mike Fasano and I still sitting on top of the league. We're sitting there with our buys. Like I said, Devin pulled into the 3 spot, and Jackie at 500, playing 500 ball right now, but she's still in 4th spot, comfortable as we head into the final weeks of the season. The Bouchit team, all the way from 10th place, moves all the way to 5th place in the playoff conversation. The Gavones are now, just by a few points, are ahead of the G-Men for that 6th spot. But take a look at this, 6, 7, and 8. The Gavones, the G-Men, and the Gabagools, all within a game of each other. The Bouchit team as well, the 5 and 5s, and then Uncle Joe with the 4 and 6. These 5 and 5 teams are duking it out. Look at all these 5 and 5 teams. These 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. These could change weekly. Every win counts. Every win matters. So I'm truly excited to see what happens next week as we look ahead to week 11 in the NFL. But like I said, this episode is more about the pity party and coming to terms with the fact that For some of us, we are diehard fans, and this season has brought about a lot of problems. Um, for myself, a Jet fan, this is nothing new. For Aunt Jackie, the Pax Mafia, this is a long history of disappointment with recent success and recent hope for the future. Uh, every week, kind of being dashed. And then we're going to talk with Zach, diehard New England Patriots fan. This is very new to him, and I want to see how he is coping with the newfangled 2-8 New England Patriots. So stick around. Welcome to the pity party. Before we get to our first guest, I wanted to, and I thought it would be appropriate to talk about my history as a Jets fan and the ongoing 38-year pity party that I've been a part of. So I'll take you back, and I've been a Jets fan my whole life. My father was a Jets fan. Watched Super Bowl III. Extolled to me the greatness of Joe Namath. Said I was named after him. I don't know if that's true or not. I had a Joe Namath plaque in my room since I was a kid. My first ever jersey was this Boomer Esiason jersey when I was probably, 8 or 9 years old. There I am. I had so much promise. I thought Boomer would come in and be the savior. But it turns out that I needed the Briashki for the lifetime of agony. Instead of drafting Dan Marino, whoever heard of Dan Marino, we drafted Kenny O'Brien. I was on the George Washington Bridge heading home to Massachusetts with my family when Dan Marino executed the fake spike, and I thought my father would drive us off the bridge when that happened, that fake spike. And I just couldn't believe what I was hearing on the radio. I didn't know you could do that. 1998, the AFC Championship game, the wind game, where Jets couldn't make a field goal against the Denver Broncos to go to the Super Bowl. We've been close. I think of the Mark Sanchez era. Unbelievable that I'm thinking about the Mark Sanchez era as a great era in my lifetime. But 2 consecutive AFC Championship games, 2 consecutive losses, followed up by the Thanksgiving Day butt fumble. In the last decade, we had one glimmer of hope, the Fitzmagic season, where we lost in Orchard Park against the Bills, and our playoff hopes are dashed again. The disappointments go on, but it's not about the yearly disappointments. No. It's more about the in-game, day-to-day, snap-to-snap, play-to-play Jets things to do. For a great example, the Aaron Rodgers 4th play of the game, season opener, tore his Achilles. This season has been marred by positive run plays taken back by penalties. There was the Austin Seferian-Jenkins play in 2014 against the Patriots, the non-touchdown, the fumble. I could go on, but it's a play-to-play, game-to-game, player-to-player, no matter who wears the green, no matter what they do elsewhere, what they did previous. It just seems to be that they cannot get it right. I've been asked why. Why do I stick with the fan base? Why am I a Jet fan? Why? It's because I care. It's because I want to go to that parade, and I know someday it'll be so sweet. But I don't know if it will ever happen. If no matter who enters that building, who puts on the green or the black, their promise goes out the window, their skill goes out the window, and same old Jets. And my dad always said, you never really have to get married if you're a Jets fan because the Jets will always screw you. I didn't really understand that when I was 7 years old, but I kind of get it now. When we come back, we're going to talk to a couple other fan bases that are hurting just as bad. Let the pity party continue. Okay, welcome back, everybody. Episode 10. This is the pity party. And I just talked about my woes as a Jets fan for the last 38 years, but someone that has me beat for sure, who has seen a lot and who is a bigger football fan than I think anyone in the league. Let me introduce to you on the stage the Pax Mafia, Aunt Jackie. How are you?
Oh, it was a hard day.
It was a hard day. So it's Tuesday. You had time to process the week's events. How are you doing?
You know what? I want to say something. It was so nice. I'm going to cry. It was so nice to be able to just kind of banter or just like express myself in the group chat today. And hearing from Michael and Gary and John and you just made me feel so loved. So thank you. That helped me with my processing and helped me to come to accept it that the bills are done, which is fine. I am good.
Okay.
But with that, I must take off my hat. Now it's Buckeye time.
Wow! Look at you, Aunt Jackie. You know, silver lining, taking out the Buckeyes gear.
You know what? And I've been ignoring the Buckeyes for a few years, just because I was all into the Josh Allen, and now my Buckeyes are doing okay. Though I'm still worried about Michigan. So, but hey, I'll enjoy it. Here we go.
I appreciate you take with that take, because this morning we were going back and forth. There was a lot of drama with Josh. There's the firing of the offensive coordinator. I think the issue with the Bills is that there were such high expectations for the last 2 years. They lost Brian Dable. They are Sean McDermott is in now, but so I think that probably where the emotion is coming from is your expectations were here. Tell me about, I mean, in your history, I went through my history as a Jets fan. There's been a lot of disappointment. Your expectations have been here before.
Yes, I have a couple of decades on you, Joe. So I'm 58 years old. I probably remember the Bills. I was born in 65. I could probably remember my first memory maybe like in 1970. So
okay. Wow. Right.
But I did do some little homework, and I wanted to just go through my woes.
Please. And this is what this episode is about, us going through the woes and the pity party that is this year. Get your glasses on. Let's hear it.
Well, hopefully. Okay. Well, we all know. Actually, now I can say that yesterday we added a new curse. Okay. There is a curse in Buffalo. And if you Google it, it's called the McKinley curse.
Okay.
Buffalo was the location of the assassination of President McKinley.
Right.
And I was Googling today, and I'm coming up with the McKinley curse. And there was actually a Facebook page that I belong to was about the McKinley curse. He's been very quiet lately, so I don't know if he's still around. I really do believe, we've been cursed with the Sabres, and that's a whole different story with hockey, and that's not the right venue for that. But we have a lot of stuff that happened there.
Right.
But, we had the O.J. Simpson days, of course, then he became a murderer. But I mean, in the 70s, I didn't have the passion like I do now. It was more like hanging out with my dad and my grandparents and stuff like that, my brothers. That was like the memories. And then in the 80s, it was all about high school, and I did go to the games and stuff, but then I went to Ohio State. So then I started meeting people outside of Buffalo, and, and Buffalo, I think, was bad during that time anyways, and it was all about Ohio State. But in the 90s, when I went back, when I moved to Washington, my cousin lived there, so we watched the games a lot. And then, I finally brought in Joe.
Right.
Being it. But let's go on with the first real major curse. It was Super Bowl 25 in Tampa on January 27th, 1991.
Okay.
It was the year that me and Joe right before Joe and I got married. It was the infamous wide right.
Wide right.
Scott Norwood, no more information needed, because you guys all know about that.
We know wide right. I'm showing it up on the screen right now.
Okay. And then, so yeah, that was it. And, and actually come from that. I also showing you a book called The Game
Wow.
Changers, written by Marv Levy.
Marv Levy.
All about the dynasty in the 90s, which, Jim Kelly is still one of our heroes.
Absolutely.
I don't know yet. I thought Josh might knock him off that pedestal, but actually after what Josh has been doing, I'm kind of disgusted that I got to go back to Jim Kelly. So
Absolutely.
That's my Game Changer, and all about by Marv Levy. It was awesome. When you come down to visit, it's on my coffee table. So, and then we moved on, and then we had a little bit of a break. The year 2000, January 18th. Do you remember? I think it was the first year, maybe the first couple of years of the Tennessee Titans.
Yes.
You remember the music?
I do. I know what you're talking Music City Miracle.
And that was January 8th, 2000. And that was I just watched the tape today. Within 16 seconds, it was, okay, we were supposed to win. 16 seconds. We have to kick off the ball. They ended up scoring in 16 seconds with laterals.
Right. It was an insane play that never works.
Crazy. And it worked. And it defeated us.
Right.
I actually recommend everyone to Google that. It's a pretty cool play. It's amazing. Okay, so there we go. We lost Tennessee 22, Buffalo 16, and that was for the AFC wild card. Okay. Right. And then we went with, January 25th, 2022.
The 13 seconds game with Kansas City.
That's right. That's right. And that was for the AFC championship. Well, one of the AFC championship games.
It was to go to the AFC championship game, I believe, right? It was divisional round,
And we lost, and it's funny, I'm going to bring this, I remember sitting in my house with the fireplace, me and Joe watching it, and my kids called me, Lauren called me, Mom, we got it. We're almost going to the Super Bowl. I said, no, Lauren,
don't touch the money.
Like 13 seconds is still too much. You don't understand. She's like, Mom, you're being dramatic. It's fine. Oh, no. Please. And it happened. Well, they tied, but then we lost in the coin.
Right.
And now they've redone the whole.
All because of that game.
Because it was just so unfair. It was just so
totally
unfair. But anyways, and then yesterday we now have the 12-man. The 12-man.
12 men on the field on a field goal. Unbelievable.
What the hell? So there we go. That's my life in a nutshell.
And Jackie, and one of the themes that I kind of touched on when I was talking about the Jets were it's different faces putting on the jersey for whatever reason. It's different people, all different people. It's totally different teams from year to year, decade to decade, yet the outcome is the same. It feels like a curse. It's unexplainable.
It's the curse. And I think it might be the McKinley curse.
I think you narrowed it down. And I have to tell you, like you and Uncle Joe are neck and neck for Rookie of the Year in this fantasy league. You guys are putting in max effort. You're doing such a good job. You're winning games. You have a lot of Bills players on your team, so I respect that you've stuck with them. And I know you, and I know that there's always next year, right?
I hate that saying. That's the biggest saying in Buffalo. Well,
that's all we say.
We got next year. It's just, you know what? And this is the other thing. In a way, I'm glad it's over. I know, believe me, I'm reading my threads. They all think, come on, we can still do it. No, we cannot. Look at that schedule. Just look at it. We're falling apart. I don't know what is going on with Josh Allen. I really don't. He's deer in the headlights. He's not himself. I think there's now my best friend up in Buffalo told me there's something going on with him and Diggs, so I don't know.
Yeah, there's a little drama. Diggs' brother, like you said, is tweeting out all this drama, trying to get him off the team. Who does that?
I don't know. But I don't know if their friendship, they used to be very tight. I don't know if they've broken up. I mean, not broken up, but, if something happened.
Right.
But you know what? It's almost a relief because, come on, I knew that the curse would be popping up during the playoffs. And now I can just watch the game now. Now, I mean.
So you're in a stage of acceptance. You're in a stage of relief. Whatever happens, happens. You're playing with house money now. So If they go on a run, great. If they lose every single game, great.
There.
But all of our teams are kind of interconnected. The demise of the Bills gives the Jets a little bit of life, but the Jets have no life, so it gives life to the Bills. And our common enemy is Tua Tagovailoa with the Dolphins. So that's where we can.
My husband just picked up. My husband just picked up.
I know they just did a big trade. But while I have you here, I needed to add someone to the stage. Another a member of the pity party. You may know him.
The boo shitter? Oh,
no, Zach. Welcome, Zach. How are you, man?
Hey, what's up, y'all?
Are you not doing well? I haven't even looked at the scores. Joe is so obsessed with it. I just don't.
Fancy, yeah, I'm doing bad, and also the Patriots are doing bad. So
I figured I would invite Zach to the party as a newly cemented pity party member because Zach, how old of a guy are you, man?
I'm 25.
You're 25. So in your whole lifetime, you have only known success.
Yeah. Yes, sir. I've been spoiled. Yeah.
Yeah. It's all spoiled, but you guys, I mean, listen, those Super Bowls didn't come out of thin air. They were earned. But this is the first year where you are living in Jets and Bills country with you're hanging out down south with us. Talk to us about what are you feeling like? You're sitting at 2-8.
Yeah, it's bad, and it's a weird spot to be too, having like a legendary coach. It's almost like, I don't know, it's just kind of sad, really. You just want to kind of put him out of his misery. I mean, he looks miserable. Mac Jones is miserable. Everyone's miserable. It's just like not a good place to be up in New England. So, I mean, we're just not good. It's as simple as that. And we're not going to get better, I don't think, anytime soon. And
now it's getting really bad because there's talk about Belichick getting out of there and not the answer.
Yeah.
Listen, come to New York. He actually broke up with us already, so he's not coming to the Jets. Maybe the Giants, but how does your dad feel about this? I know your dad's a big Patriot fan.
Yeah, he stopped watching this season. He's done.
Oh, he's done.
Just out, and he was out. He was kind of out last season, and this season he's all the way out. He doesn't like it.
Oh wow! And Aunt Jackie, are you out completely? Are you gonna still watch the games?
Yeah. Well, Joe was like, "Oh, I'm so glad it's over. So when it's a nice day, we could go do something else, and that's it. And and watch the Bills." I'm like, "Well, no, I still may want to watch the Bills." And the thing is, I know they're over, and I've accepted it. It's like the state of I accept it. But this is a shocker. I believe I'm going to keep all my Bills on my team and keep them active, not bench them. I was about to bench Josh. In fact, I was going to maybe give Josh, and I was going to take Trevor Lawrence because I actually like the Jaguars. I do like the Jags.
Okay.
But I said no. After I slept on it, I said no. I'm going to keep Josh. I did pick up the Detroit guy, Goff.
Oh, Goff, yeah.
So I don't know.
Plug and play a little bit.
Yeah, I'm thinking that maybe Josh might have a good game against you guys.
I think he will. The Jets are a house of cards.
We're gonna have like last time. Even though we lost the first game, I got tons of points.
You did. It was unbelievable that you guys lost by the last play of the game. But I would not bench Zach. I would not bench him.
I asked you personally, should I keep him?
Yeah, I think you should keep him. I think you should keep him. I think you should play him. I think he's a top scorer in all of fantasy or close to it. Zach, weigh in on this. Do you think and Jackie should keep Josh Allen unless you want to spark up a trade?
No, the Bills are good at fantasy football. They're kind of like the Vikings this year. They're good. They put up points.
That's why I think I'm going to keep them. But so what I feel, though my Bills are done, I still keep them alive in my game, in my fantasy world.
Yeah.
So I'm going to keep them, and I'm going to root for them, and I'm not going to trade them.
Good for you, Aunt Jackie. I think your loyalty could be the thing that breaks the McKinley curse.
I don't know about that. My poor grandparents didn't see a Super Bowl. My parents didn't see and I told my kids, if we win a Super Bowl, I'm getting a tattoo of a buffalo.
No way. No way.
Yeah,
Are you
and
gonna do?
Lindsay's taking me to her tattoo artist
So you would get a tattoo of the buffalo.
of the buffalo on my ankle.
Okay.
That
Like
is,
this.
yeah.
Yeah, like that.
Oh, I love that. Yeah,
That's your GIF. That's your.
that's my thing.
So, so Zach, we're talking about our pity party. We have a Bills fan, the Patriots fan. This is all new to you. Where do you see the Patriots? Where are they going wrong? Because we're not zoomed in on that team as much as we are the Bills and the Jets. Where are they going wrong specifically?
Yeah, it all comes back to the offense, and I think what happened was and this is a take I've kind of seen, is that Mac Jones rookie year
Mm-hmm.
was really like special. I think we went 9-8,
Yep.
or maybe 9-7. I forget if they had put the 17 games. I forget when they did that. 9-8, 9-7, something like that. And Mac was unreal for the first part of that year, and then he was getting kind of full of himself, I think. And Bill Belichick's the kind of guy where he'll do these things if someone's like getting too high on themselves, like Butler in that Super Bowl against the Eagles, benched him. He benched him, and we lost because we couldn't cover anyone.
Correct.
And Mac Jones was he was putting out like trademarks. He was starting a clothing line. He was getting endorsements, and then we go play the Bills in like December, and it's -13-degree wind chill day. It's
right.
Bring it on! Bring it
Up
on!
in Orchard Park.
And Bill Belichick, we run 3 passing plays the whole game with
right. I remember this game. Yep.
And I think it was to demoralize him. And ever since then, Mac Jones has looked bad. I think Bill Belichick, we won that game, but Bill Belichick was out to make him look bad or make him like basically embarrass him in front of the whole world. Because I think that was Monday night or Sunday night or something like that.
Was this during COVID? Because I think I was.
I think it was like at tail end of COVID, but I think that ruined Mac Jones.
Yeah, the Patriot way. Nobody's bigger than the team, and I think Bill Belichick, he broke him. I think you're right. I think you don't do that to Belichick or his perception of you, and I remember that Malcolm Butler thing. He cut his nose off to spite his face to prove something to Malcolm Butler. It was unbelievable.
Yeah, it was so many rumors about like why he didn't like people were saying he was late for the plane or something, but it was just too full of himself. He was one of the best cornerbacks that year.
So right now, and so you guys kind of had a similar. Like Josh is getting full of himself.
Yes.
Mac is getting full of himself. I wish Zach Wilson could be full of anything. Do you know that Zach Wilson statistically in the history of the NFL, for any quarterback that's thrown 900 passes or more, he is statistically the worst quarterback ever. He's thrown 20 touchdowns in 900 or 1,000 pass attempts, give or take. So 2% of his throws have been touchdowns. That is statistically the worst in history. That's what I'm dealing with.
I can believe it, and Mac is probably right there too. I mean, Mac's got to be like 2.1% if Zach Wilson's worse than him.
He's right there.
I heard a little rumor on one of my. Is it your new head coach? Used to be our offensive coach, Commish, was that?
No. So my head coach was the defensive coordinator on the 49ers, Rob Saleh.
So maybe is it your new offensive coach? Did he come from Buffalo?
No, he's the Jets' old QB coach, right? It's
yeah.
Because there's somebody there that Josh is like this too. In fact, we showed them. He's from Orchard Park, so when he's in town, they always have lunch. They show them all buddy at the Jets game.
Oh.
And people are saying that I think he just joined your staffing this year. So I'm not sure who it was. Maybe it was. Find out because the rumors has it that he misses him and wants to join him, and we're afraid he may come to the Jets.
Whoa, that is smoke. No way.
That's just like what I read on my little threads. They're kind of entertaining, but I was like, ooh, and they showed a picture of them all buddy walking after that game, and people are like, oh, crap, maybe Josh wants out of Buffalo.
one surefire way to ruin a quarterback is to send him to New York. So if we want to be the demise of Josh Allen, put the green on him.
Yeah, you
look at Aaron, look at Brett. What's that?
You might have a curse going as well.
I totally have a curse. I told a story in the beginning of the podcast, but I was in the car with my dad and my mom, my brother, on the way home from New Jersey back to our house in Massachusetts. We were on the George Washington Bridge, and Dan Marino did the fake spike. We were listening on the radio, and my dad almost drove us off the bridge. I've never seen him so mad in his life. I actually thought we were going to die.
Oh, wow.
So I think from in my lifetime, Dan Marino has always kind of floated around as the propellant of my curse. We didn't draft Dan Marino; we drafted Kenny O'Brien, and he crushed us in the playoffs. So I definitely have a curse. There's no way the Jets don't have a curse.
Well, maybe us three can just bond together and make sure Miami.
Well, that's what I'm saying. The triumvirate here. We need to keep Miami out of anything successful. We got to. Zach, what are your thoughts on Miami?
I think they're frauds. They need to be a real team. Need to be the real team.
That's it.
Need a real team. We're not real teams. We don't count.
You're right.
If it can't be us, I want the AFC East to go down. I don't want.
I agree. Let's burn it all down. Let's burn this.
Dad would always be like, "We got to root for the AFC." No, we don't.
No. I'll root for any other division.
I'm sick of them.
I'll root for the Bills. Zach, I can't root for the Pats. I'm sorry, I can't do it.
Okay.
The Miami, I can't do it.
I'm actually going for you guys now. The Jets.
Yeah.
The Jets. I like Detroit. I like Cleveland. I like the little tough towns.
I like Detroit too. Detroit's really exciting this year.
I like Aaron Rodgers. If y'all get Aaron Rodgers back, I can see myself kind of, just pulling for you guys.
Okay. All right. I appreciate that.
Yeah, I can see it happening.
He was my backup. I liked him too. I like him a lot.
Yeah.
Well, this has been an excellent pity party, AFC East style.
I got one more thing to show you.
Oh, show me. Show and tell.
And actually, I forgot last time you were, when Zach was in town, I forgot that I still have Josh Allen beer in the refrigerator. I will save that for you when we're together because we just got.
Oh, nice.
I got that like a year ago. My friend sent it to me for Christmas. It's been in my refrigerator. And here, I was going to keep this. I was going to keep this for a collector's item, just like my Flutie Flakes.
You have Flutie Flakes?
Yeah, but I think we threw them away when we moved.
Oh no! Okay.
Yeah, they were on the bar down. So I got 2 boxes of this. So I figured,
wow,
screw it.
Oh.
This is gonna go in the trash after.
Oh my gosh, that is incredible.
It's done.
Can you only find him in Buffalo?
Yeah, I'm really upset with Josh. He owes me big time.
He owes me big time.
What, honey?
They sell them at Wegmans in Raleigh. If you need another box, I can grab you. So.
These aren't too bad. But you know what? If Josh can make me win fantasy football, then I'll be his again.
Then that might break the curse.
That could break the curse.
That could be
curse right here.
But thank you so much, guys, for being there for me because it was really a rough day. But
listen, we have to be there for each other. We're family. We have to support each other through the ups and downs. And more to come, guys. I appreciate you showing up to the pity party.
No, hey, I love the pity party. I would have sent you guys a box of this so we could have eaten together.
It looks delicious. Zach, any final words for the Patriots fans out there?
Let's hire Mike Vrabel. Let's
Mike
get that guy
Vrabel.
back. Let's get that guy back.
Get that guy back. Get him. He's in Tennessee, right?
Yeah. Let's get that guy back.
Once a Patriot, always a Patriot.
Yeah, the Patriot way. Let's bring him back.
There it is. And Jackie, I wish you nothing but the best. Except this week, this actually game is pretty big. Jets, Bills. This actually is pretty big.
I think it's going to be even if we lose, I don't care. I think Josh can get some points for me.
I think he'll stockpile points, no doubt.
And Davis was a little bit quiet last night too.
Yeah, but Gabe is quiet. Stephon was quiet.
Stephon was really quiet. I'm sure Nickel is pissed.
Oh, Nickel's pissed. Nickel's pissed. We
But,
should put him on too.
Kincaid actually gave me, I think, the most points.
He's a player, Kincaid. He's done well this season. We'll
Yeah,
do an NFC East edition of this. We'll get the lowly Giants and Commanders fans on for the NFC East.
Okay.
All right, everybody. Well, if I don't talk to you before Thanksgiving, we'll have a Thanksgiving episode. I'll reach out to everybody, and we'll talk soon.
Take care. Bye, Commish.
Bye, Zach. Bye, Jackie.
Love
Good night, everybody.
Bye.
Yes, thank you. Bye-bye. Well, that has been our pity party. We heard from Zach and Aunt Jackie, and I wish you all a very happy Thanksgiving. Hope to talk to you all next week. Set your lineups. Make sure you have the Thursday night lineup set up. And away we go. Race to the playoffs. Good night, everybody.